Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am, the alien government within who they say they are. Oh, Pete Headsack, boy, they sure coming down on him. You can always tell by the way the news covers something and shit. They all repeat the same bullshit. But, my opinion, man, the war on drugs is just that. The war on drugs, man. It don't matter. It's a war. It's on drugs. You gotta ask what? It's already been approved and shit by Congress. But anyway, poor Pete, man. Might be getting thrown underneath the bus, man. January, you're gonna see some stuff, man. You're gonna see a major earthquake in the United States of America in January. Three Eye Atlas is gonna be quite an event in January. I know everybody, well, why January? Because that's what it is, man. You know, they talk all this shit. You know, NASA's got the best shit equipment out there and telescopes and shit, and they're giving you bullshit pictures, okay? It's amateurs that are giving you the best quality pictures. But nonetheless, man, January, Three Eye Atlas, it's going to be quite a big event, man. So is the earthquake in the United States of America, man. Peace, love, and understanding, much respect, and God bless each and every one of you, man. And be that of God, God's army, because you are armed to fear. Sorry I ain't been on it quite a while, man, but my health ain't been the best, man. It is what it is. We just get up every day, man, and keep pushing, man. That's all you can do, man. I'm not worried about anything, man. Especially with my health, because I am that of God and God's army. So I don't fear none of it, man. I don't fear it. Actually, I welcome it, man. You know, it's waited 63 years. You know, what's a couple more years to wait for the return of the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, right? I don't fear it, man. Because, like I said, because I am that of God and God's army. I fall short. I fall short of the glory of God. You know, who of us don't, man? Who of you want to cast the first stone? We all fall short of the glory of God. It's just murder, rape. That extent of things, man, it is beyond forgivable. You know, I smoke a little marijuana. Oh my, I cuss. Oh my. I don't steal, I don't drink alcohol, I don't murder, I don't rape. I do ask for forgiveness. Yeah, they're spraying the hell out of our skies today here in Michigan. Well, I'm gonna get a disclaimer underneath my video. Well, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I did. I cooked 2 Thanksgiving dinners. One for the family and one for the offsprings of the family. Y'all know that I can cook, so it came out great. I think my stuffing was killer though, man. I mean, my homemade stuffing was just, it was so good. I slow slimmered the shit out of them gizzards, liver, and heart, turkey necks, and just a little bit of chicken broth, and just simmered it all day long and shit, mixed that up in my dressing and mixed it up with my homemade gravy, and oh my God. Yeah, my stuffing, I think, was it was pretty good this year, man. I ain't never really complained, but through the years. But this year, yeah, it was. I ate more stuffing. Well, actually, it seemed like everybody ate more stuffing than anything, man. Green bean casserole was pretty awesome too, man. Homemade. Can't go wrong with that. My pies, they came out, man. It's all something one, man. You know, I hate buying store-bought pies anymore and shit, because crust is always, it don't matter. It always gets overcooked and shit. I don't care what you do and how you do it, man. I'd rather make homemade, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta cut corners and shit, man, for time fight, so. Yeah, they sure are spraying the shit out of our skies today. I can't see the chat, so sorry about that. But I love you. He loves you too, you know. Yes, he does. He told me. Loves each and every one of you. January. Gonna be quite the adventure for you all, man. You see some of these other countries and shit, man, with these illegal aliens, what they're doing, man. They waking up to the cost. It's the cost. How much it costs them to house them, feed them, medical, all that, man. And so many countries are just not putting up with this shit no more, man. But yet you got the Democrats in the United States of America sitting there moaning and groaning about what Trump's doing. I don't want to be paying for anybody else's shit, man, that are here illegally and ain't never paid into the system and shit. I don't want to pay for their health care and shit. I don't want to pay for their housing. I don't want to pay for their food. And that's another thing. All these people are moaning and groaning about the food stamps, man. I know a lot of people that are on public assistance, and I ain't seen anybody yet in my area get their stuff taken away. Don't mean it ain't happening, but I just know a lot of people that are on public assistance, and I ain't seen that. None of them talked about it. As a matter of fact, this one guy I know, he said he ended up getting an extra $400 in food stamps. I don't know how he did. I don't know. Ain't my business and shit. But he said he got an extra $400. He's only one though, but I don't know. The guy's a big bullshitter anyway, so I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Well, I guess he is, you know, I know, because and that's another thing that pisses me off. He sells his food stamps, and it just ticks me right off, man. You know, there's people out there that need the shit, and this guy's out there selling it and shit, man. I ain't gonna say nothing, man. It ain't none of my business, man. But it does piss me off, man. It's a long ride here and back home, and I'm on my way home now. Got out on the road about, say about 4:30. What is it now? 9:30. Still driving this old beater here. One that goes through more oil than I do gas. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my oil, man. My rear main seal's gone, so can only put so much gunk in it, man, to try to block it. It don't work. It ain't worked in quite a while. So I have to really keep an eye on my oil, man. I don't want to blow her up. Try to keep her a little bit longer. Yeah, they sure are going after that Pete Hegseth, man. Whatever his name is. Look at this. They were doing what they were doing in the skies this morning, big time, man. They still are, but I just can't get a good view of it with my piece of crap phone I got. That's another thing pissed me off, man, to T-Mobile. I paid for insurance on this fucking phone, excuse my mouth, but it pisses me off. I paid for insurance on this phone, and they tell me it ain't covered. Why the hell am I paying for the insurance on it? What do you mean it ain't covered, man? I don't know, man. Didn't want to argue that at that point in time. But might go down there today, man, when we have it out and shit. Tell them to take the phone and shove it up their ass, man. Well, I'll keep the phone. It's paid for, but they can shove it up their ass or company and shit. Yeah, I watch news and shit over and over and over. All the news, man, repeating the same shit about Pete, man. War crimes. War crimes. And I just, you know what? If Trump throws him underneath the bus, I'm gonna be ticked off with Trump, man. I'm starting to get a little ticked off with some of his bullshit now, anyway, man. You gotta focus on the economy. You gotta focus on us, man. You know, you gotta get this shit down. While he's working on it, he's doing this, he's doing that. Well, you know what, man? Spend some more effort on that shit, man, and all this other bullshit that don't matter none to us anyhow, no anyway. You know how much money they spend on bullshit, man? And another thing, Miles will say it while I'm live and shit, get the opportunity here. A lot of what you see, how should I say this, of alien technology is really a good percentage of it is from the past. From the past, the human beings that were here before you that were wiped out. A lot of that technology has been found in like digging up shit. You know, like they might be looking for some dinosaurs and all of a sudden they found a spacecraft and shit buried in the ground. A lot of that's from the past, from a human race that used to be upon this planet. And what they do, exact same thing you're doing right now, man. Artificial intelligence and shit, weapons of mass destruction, man. They went the wrong route, man. Remember, when I first got here, I told you there's two roads you could choose, man. You know, you never choose the right road. History repeats itself time and time again. But you know, they dig up shit all the time that they can't explain, man. And Earth absorbs like everything you see right now, man. If there was no human beings on this planet, it would all just dissolve it back into the Earth. And after tens of 20, 30,000 years, you wouldn't recognize nothing, man. There'd be nothing on the planet. No buildings, no houses, nothing, no bridges, no cars. It all just absorbed right back into the earth. But sometimes some past remnants of things survive. And every once in a while you dig them up out of the ground. But yeah, a lot of the technology that you see is past it's past history. It's civil human beings that lived here a long time ago, man. And they did the exact same thing you guys are on the path to doing. And where'd that get them? They're not here right now, are they? I'm not saying all of it, okay? Not saying all of it. I should go get me some breakfast, man. I'm kind of hungry. Oh, wow, they tore down that. I ain't been down this way in a long time. Oh, what are you doing there, brother? Police station. Don't want John Boy around him. Boy, he got balls bigger than that. He got balls bigger than King Kong, man. He just don't care. He lets them know about it, man. He calls them by their name and shit. Gotta love John Boy. I just hope and pray, man, that things fall right for him, man. Things become good. I really do. But you gotta be careful, man. That John Boy, you gotta be careful, man, because they're watching you and shit, dude. They're just waiting for you to say the wrong thing, man. You may not think you're saying the wrong thing, but next thing you know, end up in jail and shit, so just be careful, man. I mean, say what you gotta say, man. You got a right to freedom of speech and shit. You can make them call you your daddy, you know. You can call them cocksuckers and all that, excuse me. But just be careful, man, because they're watching you. You know that. They're just waiting for you to slip up. This is the auto ferry to Hars's Island, man. I took these all over there once. I'm not doing it today, man. It's just too cold, man. Shit. It's only 21 degrees. Yeah, I used to live right through here, man. This is Algonac. Well, actually, up here at the light, it turns into Algonac. Best fishing in the world right here. Not lying. I was going to do a little Christmas shopping today, but I don't know, man. I used to work there. It's called Catch 22. I used to work at this restaurant too. I used to work at another one back behind us. There's one down the road here I was head chef at. Great Lakes Inn. It's not a restaurant now. Really wasn't much of a restaurant to begin with when I worked there, for being a 4-star restaurant, man. It was they didn't get much business, man. Got Border Patrol probably gonna pull me over and shit because they got nothing else to do down here. Sitting there looking at the road, he should be looking at the river right there, man. It's Canaan over here. He should be looking at the river, not the road and shit, man. Trying to catch people coming over illegally, man. But I don't know. I'm gonna try catching somebody speeding. Yeah, this town here is dying too, man. It ain't never really been much of a town anyway, but it's really going downhill. That's the ferry boat over to Wapu Island, the Indian reservation. They sure got the short end of the stick, didn't they? The Indians. Massacred them, man. I'll do the advancement, I guess, technology. That's the same with Adam and Eve, man. Oh, that's pretty cool. Christmas stuff. There's Snoopy's bar. Snoopy's doghouse. Got in a fight in there one day. The store over here is called, I don't know what the name of it is, but Wally, a guy from, I don't know where the hell he's from, man, but somewhere in the Middle East and shit. He got to be the rudest person I ever met in my life. Controls his wife, man. I mean, just, you go in there and buy something and shit, and you try to talk to his wife and have a nice conversation, shit, and his house is right connected to the store. He got cameras in there. He'll come running out of his house into that store and shit, man, get all mad and shit because his wife was talking to somebody and shit, man. And I don't know how many times I've seen him with black eyes and shit. Yeah, it's just sad, man. Could have took the highway home, man, but I love this ride right here, man, alongside the river and shit, man. As long as it ain't snowing, we're all right. You can see we ain't got shit on the ground. I don't think we got an inch, if that. They didn't get hardly anything down here. Yeah, coming up a little bit where the 4-star restaurant I used to be head chef at. They got a state park right next to it. Well, kind of right next to it. They park their campers there all year long, man. Even in the wintertime, you'll see campers there. It's coming right up, man. Right back there is where I used to work. Let's see if there's any campers in there now. Yeah, this is the state park to the right of me, or the left of me. I don't see no campers. Yeah, there's a couple back there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Summertime, it booms, man. They can look at the boats right here, man, coming up and down the river and shit, man. It's very popular, man. ain't never stayed there or camped or anything, but usually just people with mobile homes and shit, man. Well, they just built that too. That's, well, I should say rebuilt it. Some slow ass people right here. Yeah, I might stop and get me something to eat, man. I'm kind of hungry, man. These are the rich people's houses right here. You ain't gonna find a house on the left or the right of me for under shit $500,000. That's on the low end of things, man. And they're not even really. Most of the houses ain't all that at all, man. It's just the property location and shit, man. But there are some nice houses that been built that are fucking up in the millions of dollars, man. Get down the road and shit, I'll show you one, man. I think he got 3 or 4 fireplaces, big fireplaces, man. I know that house is over shit $1.5 million, if not more. That's just a house. I ain't counting property. Look, he just built a big old pole barn there, build one next door. Yeah. Then there's just some shitty ass houses, and you think, how the hell can they get all that money for that? It ain't the house, it's the property, man. Yeah, doing some investigation on them New Jersey drones and shit, which they weren't just in New Jersey, they were all throughout the United States of America and shit, and overseas in England and shit. And a good percentage of it was military testing. They weren't testing the drones, they were testing the ability to find the drones, to be able to pick them up with certain, I can't get too much in detail, but certain equipment that we're in possession of, the pick up these drones. Because I'm telling you, man, some of these $50 drones and shit, man, they could change their shit where they can't pick them up on radar. There's a lot of things going on with these drones, man. And the United States military was testing ways to find these drones. Sorry about that. A friend of mine lives back there. I was seeing if he's around and shit. He got himself in a jam with the gun too, man. I told him, man, so the way you carry that gun around and shit, man, you're gonna end up getting yourself, no, I know, all right, man, I ain't breaking the law and shit. Yeah, but you can't do what you do, man, sometimes and shit, man. His wife came down to where he worked and shit at a restaurant and was beating the shit out of him, and he took his gun out of his truck and put it in his boss's car because she was going to take the truck and he didn't want to leave his gun in there and shit. They tried saying he brandished his gun during domestic violence, which he was getting beat up. He gets beat up by her all the time and shit. But last time I knew, they were looking for him and shit. I don't know, man. He's another bullshitter. Like I said, ain't my business, man. He works up here at this restaurant. I'll see if he's there, man. it's a cold one today here in Michigan. The thumb of Michigan. And it's pretty cold, man. I didn't even want to get on the road today, but I had shit I had to get done. And it's starting to get a little bit more snow on the ground closer we get to my house. There's a gas station right up here, Mobile. I tell you what, man, for a gas station, they got pizza in there. It's the best pizza, man. It's one of the best pizzas I ever had out of a gas station, man. I lived down in Elginak. A friend of mine used to come down here on Sundays and we watch football, and he'd stop at the gas station, grab a couple pizzas and stuff, man. Because I turned them on to it. But yeah, it's right there, man. One of the best pizzas I ever had, man. Out of a gas station. Good cheese, good sauce, good pepperonis, good meat, you know. None of that bullshit. Some like Little Caesars that you get. Ugh. Little Caesars is a joke, man. I don't know how people can eat that junk. I don't mind Pizza Hut, but damn, man, they're so damn expensive, man. It ain't worth going there either, man. Well, let's see if he's working here. I don't even know if he still lives down there, man. There's the restaurant. Well, I guess he ain't working there no more because they ain't even open. They're closed down. I'll stop in there and see if he worked there still, but they ain't open no more. Got all them birds on the wire. Here's another little town that don't matter, not no how, no way. They ain't got anything here, man. They ain't got no grocery stores. A couple little stores, but they cost you an arm and leg and shit to try to buy something out of it. Yeah, they ain't got nothing here, man. I guess if you just want to live in a small little town, this would be the one, man. But I like to be able to do things, man. You know, go to Walmart's, Myers, Kroger's, whatever. Instead of have to drive 50, 60 miles to go to the store. I couldn't do that, man. Right on through here is pretty nice little houses and shit. But most of the houses, when we get farther up, are all on the left-hand side because there ain't no room on the right, man. But once again, man, you're talking these houses through here, $400,000, $500,000, man. Starting right now. On this side, man, on the left, man. Hey, there's some big ass houses, man. Yeah. And then when you get the houses start getting on the right again. They're not big houses, man. Most of them, I mean, they have rebuilt a lot of them. Bigger mansions. But most of them are just good sized houses, man. I know you can't see them and shit, but yeah. It's one of the places right here I wouldn't mind living and shit, man. able to see the river and the boats coming up and down, and pretty nice and shit. But once again, you gotta drive 40 miles to get to any real good stores and shit. Well, they're not doing their thing in the sky no more. They were all over the sky. They were going from the left to the right, up and down. South, north, east, west. They were doing U-turns and shit. Just unbelievable, man. But conspiracy theory, you're nuts, you're crazy for believing in that crap. Yeah, I seen that cop go by. Ain't worried about it. We're all legal, Beagle. We're all legal. I used to live down here, down this road here to the right and shit. I used to work for a guy that used to paint, used to custom paint them and shit, man. The guy was an expert, man. He was an expert at what he did. I did most of the wet sanding and shit like that, man. On gas tanks, fenders. Yeah, he was pretty good at what he did, man. But he got up inside that what they call it, I can't even think of it, man. That shit that you shoot up in your arm, man. Morphine or heroin. That's what it is, heroin. Couldn't work for him no more, man. Yeah, he ended up getting so heavy in that shit, man, he ended up killing his own parents, man. Doing life in prison now, 2 life sentences. Got too much in that heroin and shit and couldn't function in life, man. Tried to make couldn't make an honest living no more. It was probably about 5 years after I quit working for him and shit, and he did that. So I got out of there way ahead of time, but nonetheless. I'm telling you, man, drugs will make you do some stupid shit, man. These are all of our power plants. That's another thing, man. This artificial intelligence, you know how much electricity and shit, they can talk all the shit they want, man. It's just like the database and shit. How much water and energy it uses and shit. But artificial intelligence is going to suck up so much energy and shit, and guess who's going to end up fucking paying for it? Yep, us. DTE, Blue Water Energy Center. Just one of them. Got a lot of natural gas lines and shit, wells and shit, right through here too, man. Used to be Morton Salt. This thing goes, I don't know how many miles underground and how many miles to the left and to the right. But yeah, it's pretty big, man. It's not Morton Salt no more, I don't think. But it goes underneath the river, the lake. Yeah, it's pretty massive, man. Yeah, I like this area. Just ain't, like I said, there just ain't a whole lot, man. You gotta drive quite a ways to get to anything, man. Then you got over in Canada, you got all the refineries, Dow, chemical company, bunch of them and shit, man. That shit blows over, man, over on our side, and it stinks. And all these houses, man, you can come down through here, and you can see the roofs on these houses. You can see the color distortion in the roofs and the shingles because of the pollution and shit, man. There's always, all summer long, man, power washers, always washing the shit through here, man. But it is a nice little area, man. It's nicer farther back, and it gets a little nicer a little bit more down the road. But yeah, it's a pretty nice area to live, man. Yeah, I'm getting hungry, man. I might go get some breakfast, man. Trying to think where I'd go to get some. Maybe I go to Big Boys. I don't know. Not caring too much for Big Boys anymore either, man. They corporate fucking greed, man. Rather go to a mom and pop fucking restaurant. Yeah, I think I will. I'll go down to Marysville and get me something to eat. It's the next town over from where I live, so appreciate y'all stopping by and listening to me talk fucking about nothing. But it's been a while since I've been out here, man. Like I said, my health ain't been good, man. I just I find myself fighting with that, and then I find myself fighting with not wanting to come out here and talk about doom and destruction, but it is what it is. It just, for being here so long and talking about it, you know, when I was on the high road and shit, man, of getting views, and you know, it was worth it, I guess, but at that point in time, with all the views and shit I used to get and shit, man, with 100,000 views on a video and shit, I made a difference, man. You know, I woke some people up, man. So that's all that matters. If I woke up one person, I'm happy, man. Food, water, guns, ammunition, extra medication and shit. Don't forget about your animals and food and water and medication if they got it. You know, you can only stockpile so much shit, man. You know, for one, the cost of it nowadays, it's hard to do. But like I said, beans, dry noodles, rice, you know, stuff like that, man. That's a plus, man. That's a given. Oatmeal. You ain't gonna starve, you know. You try buying this fancy shit. Don't buy, you know, buy canned chicken, canned pork, canned beef, you know, shit like that. Tuna fish, you know. And stockpile as much as you can. And rotate it. Gotta make sure you're rotating that stuff too, man. You know, you just can't let it sit up in there for 2-3 years. You gotta rotate it. Yeah, they spent millions of dollars on this motel here and shit. Hotel, motel, whatever the hell it is. They spent millions of dollars, man. It ain't doing worth the shit. Look at how some big these houses are, man. Oh, hang on. I did it. Sorry about that. These are $1 million houses down through here too. One's on the right. They're not big, man. They're not big like you expect. It's just the property and location, man. I mean, there is some nice houses down there. Don't get me wrong, man. But they're not like you expect a $1 million house to be. You know, you think for $1 million, you get a big old mansion size house, but they're not small houses by any means. Nah. Yeah, we didn't get the snow, man, like they said we were gonna get. They tried telling us we were getting 5 inches, but you never know, man. One time they have never back in 70, I don't know, 73 or somewhere around there. They talked about 2 inches of snow, and it shifted out of Chicago and hit Michigan and dropped 13 inches, man. I'll never forget that. 2 inches of snow, and it dropped from out of Chicago, man. Made a shift and shit, and ended up getting 13 inches. So you never know, man. Oh, I'm so tired of driving, man. Been on the road, man. What did I say, 4:30? Ready to take me a nap. Out moving this boat. Man, there's some nice houses through here too and shit, man. But all them chemical plants and shit, I just wouldn't live right here, man. Too much poison coming over. I guess we got the money and shit. Don't matter none. Hang on a minute. I gotta sneeze, man. Maybe. I thought I did. There's the river crab. Blue water in. River crab used to be on Unsolved Mysteries. The owners of the river crab right there had a boat, and they were traveling through. I'm not sure. Somewhere in Bermuda. I'm not sure where it was, but anyway, they end up come up missing. They found their boat, but they never found their bodies and shit on the boat. They think it was pirates. Yeah, it was on Unsolved Mysteries. Damn, I missed that mansion and shit, drove right on by it, man. I was going to stop and swing in their driveway, but I forgot, man. Went right on by it. Yeah, I'm trying to think where I want to get something to eat, man. I think I go to Nick's. Four Roses. Was gonna go to Marysville right here and get something to eat, but Nick's, the Four Rose restaurant, is the best restaurant around, man. Especially for your money. They got another one called American Grill. right after 9/11, that's when he changed the name to the American Grill. He was an Arab. It used to be called Hubba Bubba Wubba Wubbles or whatever the hell it was. And then 9/11 happened and shit. Now the next thing you know, you drove by and it's called American Grill. I worked for the guy for, I don't know, 4 hours. 4 hours. And I'm telling you, I was a half an inch away from kicking his ass, man. Rude, just plain out rude, ignorant. Didn't want to really teach you anything and shit, which I knew everything anyway in the restaurant business and shit. But, you know, some restaurants have their own way and shit. You got to go by what they do, you know. God, that guy was so freaking rude, man. And I told him I quit. Give me my 4 hours worth of pay and shit. You were just, what do you call it, on trial to see if I wanted to hire you. And I said, no, you hired me, dude. I worked 4 hours. I want 4 hours worth of pay and shit. That's when things got really bad and shit. He ended up paying me, man. I wasn't taking no for an answer. Yeah, I hope Nick's ain't busy, man. I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me and stuff. Like I said, I'm sorry I ain't been on for so long, man, but with my health, the frustration of how things are, I didn't want to come out here and be all bitchy and ignorant, you know? My COPD, man, I have a good day or two and shit, and then I have 4 or 5 days, man. They put me on oxygen in the whole 9 yards and shit. Nebulizer. And that's another thing. Now I think about Nibiru and shit. Planet 9, Planet X, whatever you want to call it. With all these comets and shit, 3i Atlas, and Swan, and all the rest of them and shit. Remember, I was just telling you in my one video, that's only the beginning. That's only the beginning of what's about ready to come. You're going to see a lot more of these things, and they're going to get a lot bigger, man. And they're starting to pick them up now. Now, they picked up that one, man. They ain't talking about it, but they picked up one, man. And it's pretty good size. They can call it a comet, asteroid, they can call it whatever the hell they want to call it, man. But after they're so big, it's literally a planet. But it's like 3i Atlas. They remember when I told you that they're lying about the size of it, and that now they're coming out and they're kind of, oh, look at this, it's bigger than what they say, you know? Yeah, I told you that when it first picked it up and shit, man. So they're gonna lie about the size of it. And they sure did. And they're gonna lie about a lot of things about it, but and it's all the amateurs, man, are getting the best photos and shit. And you got NASA and all these other space agencies and shit, man, with the best technology and telescopes and shit. And yet they giving you bullshit. You ain't never got to see a good picture of it at all, man. Think of some of the other comets you used to get to see. Asteroids. Look at the asteroids, man. You know? They sit there and land on an asteroid and shit, man. Yeah, they can't show you 3I Atlas though. Place back there's one of them propane gas companies and shit. They caught on fire and it was shooting them cylinders of gas propane tanks. They were shooting them up in the air, man. They were landing everywhere and shit, man. I remember when that happened. Yeah, I'm gonna go farther down. I should have turned right here, but I'm gonna go farther down. Come back around, but that's all right. There's something I want to see up there anyway. Go get something to eat, man. I don't know what I want. I like to add some pancakes and peanut butter. What? Yeah, pancakes and peanut butter is the bomb, man. But I don't think I'll get that. Get me a couple eggs over easy, man. Some hash browns and some sausage. I'm good. Toast. I should have turned way back when, man. Oh well. Turn and go back down somewhere. Sit down in a restaurant and get me some breakfast. Run until I get there, I guess. Got a chemical dog going on right now. Maybe when we get to where we're going, I can point this camera at it. Never did rebuild that factory that burned down. We're almost at the restaurant now. A little ways yet to go, just a little bit. This Grand Trunk Railroad, whoever owns it now, this bridge right here, the trains, that son of a gun, man, that's falling apart. I'm surprised it ain't caved in yet. This flower place here and shit, man, a bunch of junk and shit, man, didn't do worth the crap. got going on here? Soul Food, huh? New restaurant. This Soul Food, this is where most of the African Americans live in this town. Right there. Well, they everywhere now, but used to be on the right side, the whiteys, and on the left side, African Americans. And then back in about the 70s, things kind of changed over, and they were able to move up on the right side of this. Right. Let's see how busy they are, man. They shouldn't be that busy. Don't look that busy. There we go. It's all chemicals, man. I guess there's going to be an earthquake within the next couple of days, too. Forget about January. All right, man. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect, and God bless each and every one of you, man. Go get me something to eat. I'll talk to you in a little bit. If I can figure out how to turn this thing off. Can't see my phone.